What would you do if you lost power for 2, 3, 4, or even 7 to 10 days? The reality is that there are people right now in North Carolina and Tennessee who are living this. They have not had power for a week, and in some cases even more. Now, here's the thing you need to know about me. I've always been kind of a prepper at heart. I live in the upper Midwest. We get very, very cold weather here, blizzards, and we can lose power just from ice storms or a big snowstorm. And so on the one hand, I like gathering, prepping type things just to be prepared. You know, even the government now says you should have, like 10 days or 2 weeks supply on hand. But a lot of people don't take that seriously. But I have now lived through this firsthand, and I know how much we rely on power and how easily we can lose it. The power grid in our country is very, very, very vulnerable. And so I think everybody should have a power bank, a power charger of some kind. Now, I'm not talking about a full-blown generator. I think there's a place for those as well. But I'm just talking about if you needed power for your phone or you needed to use your laptop, what would you do? So I'm going to give you some samples, some ideas of things you can buy. But I'm going to make one recommendation to you at the end. And I'm going to have a very specific reason of why I'm going to make that recommendation. And here's the thing. It's based on some other things that I've bought up until this point and why I've kind of ended with the one that I have now. So the very first power bank that I ever bought was just this little guy here. This was just something that you could charge up overnight if you were going to go out and do some hiking or spend some time out on a boat, or maybe go to a mall or be somewhere where you're going to be away from power. It's just a simple way to have a secondary battery source for your phone. If you ever go out and watch people like at a mall, playing Pokemon, they have these battery banks, these power chargers. So this was the very first one I ever got. And what this really taught me was it's not enough. That was my big takeaway from this power bank, this portable charger. I realized that this was very, very important, and this wasn't going to be enough. So I upgraded, and I actually upgraded to this bad boy. It's a lot bigger. In fact, it's got 30 watt hours. It's got a couple different connectors here. It actually shows you how much power you have left when you need to charge. And this has actually been really, really helpful, especially for just keeping a cell phone charged. Again, I don't know if you would use this for a laptop or an iPad, but this is definitely something that really, really works well to charge a couple of, iPhones, smartphones, what have you. And these are really handy to have. In fact, it's worth having a couple of these, I think, personally. But it has its limitations, and the limitations are it just has these two USB plugins. So what I actually recommend is that you upgrade and invest in something like this. This is a Jackery 300. There are other brands out there like this, but I'm going to tell you exactly why. Yes, you can buy some of these small ones that you can just throw in a backpack. But having lived through a power outage now and realizing how much we rely on it, I wouldn't go without one of these. And actually, I would probably, if I could go back in time, I would have bought a bigger one. And I'm going to tell you why. So for several different reasons. So as you can see here, this one has multiple USB inputs, and including, I think this one's called the USB-C. So that's really, really important. So you can actually use this to charge multiple things just that way. But what it also has is these 110 outlets. And why is that important? Well, if you need a laptop and you want to, be able to connect with your laptop, this is vital. I've used this in so many situations here in my van, or even out, in other situations where I didn't have access to power. This has been awesome to have. It also has two of them. And even right now in my van, I've got one of these small fans here, and it's just a 110. I can plug this in, and I'll even show you here for demonstration purposes. You just plug that in, turn it on. I'm at 99% right now. And just like that, I'm keeping cool. It's only drawing 13 watts. So that's huge. But I'll tell you the other reason it's important. I didn't bring it with me in this video, but I actually own a couple old radios, just the old school radios. In fact, one is a world radio. And I have batteries for it. I have extra batteries that I can use. But I also have this. So I could plug that in. And so if there was an emergency or something happening around me where I needed to, hear what was happening, I could use this. But here's the main reason I believe you should invest in something like this Jackery. And that is because you can also purchase with it, which I highly recommend, a solar panel. And the solar panel just plugs in right here. So this has a place to charge it in your regular 110 in your house. You can plug it into your cigarette lighter in your vehicle. But you can also attach one of their solar panels. And so here's the reason why that's important. If you have an extended period of time without power, all of a sudden everybody's scrambling for this. That's what happened in my house when the power went out. Everyone's like, where's the Jackery? Where's the Jackery? You could even plug a small TV into this. You could, so this becomes in high demand the minute that you no longer have power, and you can drain through this really, really quick. Well, if you go several days or even a few days without power, you're going to start to rely on this now, and you're going to need a way to recharge it. So what this can do that those other ones can't is it can recharge using a solar panel. So I think mine is a 100-watt solar panel that I bought that goes with the one from Jackery. And all in, I probably spent a few $100. To me, it is worth the investment. I have told everybody I know, you need to purchase one of these because they are incredibly valuable if there is a power down situation. So that's my recommendation. I would recommend that everybody have some sort of portable charger or power bank. And I would highly recommend that you invest in something like a Jackery, where you can plug in a solar panel, keep that thing charged even if you go without power for a few days. If you think differently, or if I didn't cover something you think I should have, let me know in the comments below. Again, I'll put links to a couple of these in the description so you can check them out there yourselves. Otherwise, hey, thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.